I think there's some sort of beauty in the hardship. I think there's some sort of beauty in the difficulty and in the suffering. Not saying that suffering itself is beautiful, but I think there's something about overcoming things where that is where the beauty is, that is where the inspiration is. Because there's a lot of times where I'm upset about how certain things are going. I'm upset about certain things in my life. But then there's also times where I wouldn't want those things taken away from me because I know they can be overcame or because I overcame them. And I just think, like, imagine, you know, we'll just create a narrative of, imagine a child who's just been extremely abused or gone through terrible things or X, Y, and Z. And then, society will label it like, statistically, they're just going to end up a drug addict, or statistically they're going to commit suicide, or statistically they're going to do whatever. And then time goes on and they end up doing the exact opposite. Say there's a foundation they made and they help kids that went through stuff like them, or they became whatever they wanted to become. But the point is like, without those hard times of pain and suffering, then you are just what you were born with. Which, there's nothing wrong with that if you're satisfied with that. But I also think everyone's going to have those periods in life where they have that situation where you have to overcome things. And if your whole mindset is just, well, I am only what I was born with, and I'm only my last name, and I'm only this, and I'm only this, and like, if you only think you're only these labels, and you think you have no ability to overcome, you have no ability to create anything, then yeah, it just seems like this sucks. But if you've already proven to yourself, or it's possible to overcome or create things, then at the other side of it is an extreme amount of confidence and inspiration and beauty in the fact that humanity, or just each human in general, can have such terrible circumstances in front of them, and instead of the obvious thing happening, which does happen most of the time, which is just a completely destroyed, destructive person, you still have the free will and the choice and the ability to become great, and not only great, but even greater because of those things you went through.